Welcome back, folks. This is another Just My Two Cents. The Lego Group has given me this set for free for my participation in Land. We are looking at Disney's 100 Tribute Camera. This one comes in about 811 pieces and it's going to retail about $99.99. You can pick this up September 1st. All right, let's take a look inside the booklet. As you can see, we have Dumbo, Minnie, Mr. Walt Disney himself, Mickey, and we have Bambi as the additionals to the CMF line. Let's see. All right. Lights, camera, imagination. This is very, very awesome. I love how they put so much detail into the instruction booklets. They just don't jump right into the builds. You kind of get the backstory of it. And I think that's important with sets. And I love the storytelling, always did. And that's what gravitates my attitude towards a lot of Lego sets is, give me the story behind the actual build. That's kind of like Walt Disney. He was like very famous of making these fictitious stories that you and I still, know today. And it's over a century. This is a great tribute to Disney's 100. This Lego set is filled with interactive playfulness, recreating the magic inspired by the 1920 style movie cameras. Lego incorporated distinct details that help bring the Disney film magic to life. On the minifigure stand, you can see how Disney's cutting-edge multi-plane camera worked. You can slide the matte box back and forth. You can turn the crank to hear the sound of the film recording. You can also rotate the disc to switch in between the 3 lenses. Here's the Disney films that moved us. You have Steamboat Willie, which started it all the way down to Dumbo, Bambi, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. You have Beauty and the Beast, Princess and the Frog, Frozen, Encanto, and so many more. A note from our Lego designers. You got Camilla Thross-Corden, who's the Lego graphic designer. Wes Talbot is the Lego design master. It says, in our graphic design team, we worked on hundreds of assets to narrow down every detail that you see in the set, and you can tell it. All right, let's dive right into this build. All right, what you're looking at is more than a minifigure stand. This is an example of the multi-plane camera with the multi-plane images. If you look down from top to bottom, you can see how it works. The multi-plane camera is a motion picture camera that was used in traditional animation process that moves a number of pieces of artwork past a camera at various speeds and at various distances from one another. This creates a sense of parallax or depth. Alright, the first minifigure up is old school Mickey. He's in white and black and a little bit of gray. No shirt Mickey right there. Alright, next up we have Mr. Walt Disney himself. He is shown with a pen and an illustration of Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie, the very first animation of Mr. Walt Disney himself. Next up, we have Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse's love interest. She's shown with a gray skirt with the polka dots in a black and white image. Next up, we have Bambi, which is a classic. I love myself. And last but not least, we have Dumbo. Dumbo with his big ears and hat. I love how they put a hole in the nostrils too, right there in the trunk. That is pretty cool. Got nostrils in the trunk. That's a good detail right there. And this is what a multi-plane image looks like in the camera. You got multiple images on this, and the camera shot down into it at various speeds, so you can kind of get a sense of, like they said, parallax or depth. Here is the tribute camera in all its glory. So this would be a camera that they would use back in the 1920s, almost 100 years ago. Wow. Some of the brands were Kodak, and it was two different Kodaks. It was Kodak's a Sigma and a Cine Kodak back in the day. Bell & Howell, Kodak's Graflex, Kodak's Brownie camera, and Junior Special Ruby Reflex. Couldn't tell you which model this one is, but it is definitely a replica of what they used to look like back in the day. Kudos to the design team. They've nailed this one right on the head. Every detail. I love that they got the 100-year insignia right on top of the film reels. That is very, very super cool for me. As we zoom in here, you can see some of the different cinematic movies that Disney made, and it's made out of the plastic, which would be similar to a real film that they would use. It winds all the way around the actual stand. Let's take a closer look. Let's do some interactive play with this tribute camera here. Alright, so we can slide the matte box back and forth. That would give us some depth, right? We can also rotate the disc to switch in between the three lenses right here. Not bad at all. Very interactive set here. And as we wind it up, it really sounds like we are recording film. I love this sound. This wind-up sound is so realistic. Alright, let's get a look of the other side of the camera. Not too much on this side over here. However, you do have the focus lens right here. So let's turn back to the plain side of the camera, which is a hidden side. When you open up the compartment, there's Mr. Walt Disney himself in his imagination station right here, drawing up Mickey from Steamboat Willie. Hey, remember this strip I was telling you about? Like a film strip, right? With all the Disney movies in it. I feel like Lego was trying to do something. Maybe the designer was trying to do something and it didn't quite work out the way they wanted to. Or they just didn't figure it out. And maybe it was by accident. I'm going to show you something. Alright, check this out. I'm going to try and do this. I don't think I'm gonna get the effects that I thought I was gonna get. All right, as you can see, if you look at the door, it almost seems like if it wants to project it. Maybe I'm not holding it at the right distance. Almost. If you had a projector, no doubt that this will probably project onto the wall. And I will probably definitely go back and see. I do have a small projector. As soon as I find it, it's going to be on. But light does go through here, and you can sort of see it's sort of out of focus. But think with the light projector, you could definitely project this onto a wall. So I think Lego was sort of on to something. Maybe they stopped, and maybe this is just a thing. Alright, here's my 2 cents. If you're a Disney enthusiast, this set is a win for you. This would be a great addition to your already Lego Disney sets. Right, with so much playability in this, and it tells the history of the multi-playing system, plus you get Dumbo and Bambi and Walt Disney as a first, plus the Mickey and Minnie old school. This is definitely a win for that Disney enthusiast. However, I think the set is lost by not having a projector to actually project these images onto a wall. I think that would have gave this set a 10 plus rating versus a 7 that I'm going to give it. I think that strip is meant to project onto a wall, but there's nothing to project it unless you have a camera light or use your phone camera light. Just a missed opportunity for me, but the set is definitely worth it, especially if you're a Disney enthusiast. Just my 2 cents.